haven't reported any of this stuff because I felt like it was kind of wishy-washy, flimsy-floozy. Almost like Bob the Builder's new design. You know, I felt it to be a little bit fake. You know, a little bit not real. But some information has came out as of recent. And it kind of makes me go, Captain America 3 reportedly will have Robert Downey Jr. in it. And it is the start to the Marvel Civil War. Now, why on earth is this important? Why is this relevant to Spider-Man? Because if you didn't know, Spider-Man plays a crucial role to the Marvel Civil War. He is in between Iron Man's side, Captain America's side. Which side do we go to? You know, he's crucial. So when this connects with the previous rumors, these rumors that came out last week that Spider-Man may actually go to Marvel, it makes me really think, wait a minute, is this true? Now, why on earth do we say that this could be true? Why is it that Captain America 3 could be the start of the Civil War? Where's that coming from? There's a little movie called, minuscule movie nobody knows anything about, called Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. This film was slated to come out on the same day as Captain America 3. Marvel had the audacity, the stones, to say, we're not moving. We're not afraid of Batman and Superman on the same screen together at once. Now I was like, are you nuts? What the? Are you mad? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you think your Captain America Trace is going to stand, be able to at least walk, be able to lift a finger in comparison to Batman and Superman being on the film, being on the big screen for the first time ever? Are you out of your mind? Do you honestly think that the fucking fourth time that we see Captain America on the big screen is even... That was my thoughts before all this, but now with this coming out, it makes a little bit more sense, right? What if Captain America 3 reason for staying where it was at the time to compete against Batman v Superman was because it was going to be the start of the Civil War and it was going to have other characters in it. It was going to be bigger than just Captain America. It wasn't going to be the continuation story of Bucky Barnes and all of that, you know. It wasn't going to be about that. It was going to be about something much bigger and something much more crucial to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That makes a lot more sense because in a sense, that's like the Avengers, except for now they're fighting. That makes sense. I would understand why then in that regard they would say we're not going to move. Even though it's still stupid because you're going to get your butt kicked. But, you know, that makes a little bit more sense. By the way, for the record, Man of Steel 2, Batman v Superman did end up moving. The release date was pushed up, not back. So it comes out way before Captain America 3. So yeah. So because of that, that gives me the idea that maybe, just a little bit, maybe those rumors from last week aren't false. Especially if Captain America 3 is going to be the start of the Civil War because Spider-Man plays a crucial role. Now, why would Sony say, you know what? Remember when we said we would only do it if we ran out of ideas? Bump that. Here, you want Spider-Man? We can work together. We can do a deal. We can do it. Now I've always said a deal can be done. A deal can be done. Then Venom said, Venom came out and he said, a deal. I said a deal can be done. Can I get an amen? I'm not entirely believing the fact that, well, they made Spider-Man 2 didn't do it financially as well as Sony wanted it to. So what they really, they was like, well, I guess Marvel could have it because it didn't do as well as we wanted to, and no. No, that's not what happened. And yes, I'm trying to look up how much money The Amazing Spider-Man 2 made. $708 million. Rounded up, $709 million. Now, granted, that is the lowest amount of money that any Spider-Man film has made from Sony. But you can give me $709 million and I'm not going to complain, you know what I'm saying? Granted, Sony is in a very bad financial standing. Them as a whole, as a company, as everything, they're, you know, bad. But, you know, what would compel them? Perhaps they notice that people actually want to see Spider-Man on the big screen with the other heroes. Who would have thought it? People want to see Spider-Man with the Avengers? I had no idea. So, they want to reinvigorate the Spider-Man character because that many people didn't go out to see the main Spider-Man 2. You know, not as many people that saw the first one. Definitely not the amount of people that saw Spider-Man 3. So perhaps they need to reinvigorate the franchise and get the public's attention. So they say, you know what? We're going to collaborate with you, Marvel. We're going to collaborate. We're going to do something because we feel as if you guys have an asset with the popularity of your company, and we really like how you guys are doing things. We obviously are having some troubles, some issues in terms of getting the audience attention and getting people wanting to see Spider-Man, probably because we put the whole movie in the trailers, and then we put parts of the movies in the trailers, and then we go see the movie. You're like, where's that at in the movie? You know. Anyway, but you know, maybe if we did do a partnership with you guys, we allowed you guys to use Spider-Man, and you know, as long as you know Spider-Man's the way we want him to be, even though I don't believe that. But yeah, you know, if we allow you to use Spider-Man, we can get up with some money, and you know, we cover a percentage of the cost, or perhaps we just let you, we loan Spider-Man out to you, you give us the money, and we make a little bit of profits, percentage of the profits from the movie. You know, help us out. You know, we help you out, and everybody wins. And then maybe we can, you know, and somehow incorporate Spider-Man into the MCU outside of just this single film. Perhaps you guys can help us with our next Spider-Man films and our Spider-Man solo films, and we incorporate it and we weave it in, and you know, stuff like that. As fans, we care, but the audience, quite frankly, don't. And it's so interesting because Spider-Man is the favorite superhero to so many people. Yet the films, not the favorite films of those people. What does that say? So perhaps Sony did say, you know what, maybe we'll do something. They need the audience's attention because the audience just, quite frankly, they don't give a damn. Marvel, of course, you know, was like, you know, you struggling. We got the money, we got the check, you know what I'm saying? How about we slide this to you that way, you feel me? And you know, and Sony was like, yes please, yeah, we play game, oh yeah. You want Spider-Man? Hey, get Spider-Man out the back. Yeah, get that failure. I mean that lovely character out the back. Come on over. You can have him. Yeah, ooh, more money. Yeah, we're outside. Oh yeah, give us money. That's what Sony did. You know what I'm saying? You hear that from me though. Now, one of the reasons this could be true is because Robert Downey Jr. He's been being asked a lot about Iron Man 4, and he's been replying, "It's not happening." Basically, that's what he's been saying. But he said that he is doing something with Marvel. Now, could that something that he might be doing be Captain America 3? There's also a rumor that ties to this that is a potential spoiler to the Avengers 2. So I'm not going to say it in this video, but you can look it up if you feel so inclined to. Something that's a bit weird though, if they do the Civil War in the comics, it's about these heroes that have identities, secret identities, and the government basically saying that all superpowered beings need to come out and basically join the force. They need to become a working police, almost. They need to be for the government. They need to work for the government. And Captain America says that's not fair. And Iron Man says, do what we say. And then they fight. The thing is that in the MCU as it currently stands, there's no one has a secret identity. So I don't really understand what's the problem, really? What's the problem? You understand what I'm saying? But that could be fixed because starting next year, we're going to have the Netflix shows coming out in which we have some of the lower ground heroes, the heroes that are darker and brooding, but the heroes that are lower, more down to earth, not fighting in the stars and in space and fighting all this stuff. The heroes that are the city-bound heroes, like Daredevil. The Daredevil shows happening, Luke Cage, stuff like that, Iron Fist, stuff like that is going to be happening. So perhaps we're going to get a bigger number of heroes that are going to be on the Netflix and that are going to have secret identities that could possibly go with this registration act. Where Spider-Man comes in with this, I don't know. Are they going to just introduce Spider-Man in Captain America 3 or in the Civil War movie? They're Spider-Man, or I don't know. Now here's something to think about as well. If they are supposedly doing this reboot, this soft reboot of the Spider-Man character, when are we going to see this new Spider-Man on the big screen? Because the Sinister Six film is scheduled to come out November 11th, 2016, while the Captain America 3 film, Civil War, whatever you want to call it, is scheduled to come out May 6th, 2016. So would us, the audience, would our first time seeing this new Spider-Man be in this Captain America film? And if so, why is he revealing his identity? Because nobody's ever seen him before. Do you understand what I'm saying? Spider-Man reveals his secret identity to the world in the Civil War comic book. And it's a big deal. But we're at a point in the Marvel Cinematic Universe where there is no Spider-Man. So are they going to introduce this Spider guy and it'd be a big deal all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden it's like, and I'm Peter Parker and I'm Spider-Man, and everybody's supposed to be shocked? Like we don't know who this guy is. We've never seen him before. Are they going to do that, or is there already a plan? If this is the case, if this is all legit, if the sources are real, that they're doing a soft reboot of Spider-Man and that Spider-Man is going to go with the MCU. Is there something in the works for a Netflix series of Spider-Man? I would be down for that, us seeing a Netflix series of Spider-Man, seeing, you know, Peter Parker and him becoming Spider-Man, and they draw it out really nice and long and stuff like that on Netflix. I'd be down for that. But it seems a little bit late because they need to be filming that now. So that's something to think about. If this is all legit, when are we going to see this new Spider-Man? That's not saying that we may see Spider-Man in Captain America 3, Civil War, whatever you want to call it, because they say this is going to be the start. Another thing to think about is Robert Downey Jr. This guy is an expensive actor. He costs a lot of money. So for them to say, you know what, we want to have you be in Captain America 3, and then we want to draw this out until the Civil War film, because it said that the Civil War film, the Civil War starts in Captain America 3. Are they going to start off with Captain America 3, in which Iron Man is there briefly or whatever, and then have another span of movies that lead up to the Civil War, and in between, in that gap, they bring up Spider-Man? Are they going to do that? And with Robert Downey Jr. costing so much, is that financially feasible for Marvel? Now, in terms of financially feasible, Marvel has enough money to do whatever they want. They're owned by Disney. But it's a lot to be paying a single person $50 million. So, if Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in this franchise, in this Civil War thing, is it going to be actually expanded to multiple different movies? Because he costs so dang much. And if it's not going to be spanned, then does that mean we're going to get this introduction of Spider-Man shoved into Captain America 3? And does that mean he's going to show himself? So that's something also to think about. That's something to really think about, whether or not this is true. Because from this, what I'm saying now, this points in the direction of it not being true. But then again, Robert Downey Jr. did say that no Iron Man 4, but he is talking to Marvel about something. That could be anything. This is just a rumor that came up. It's a coincidence. Could be. Or it could be a hint. So that's my thoughts on this. Perhaps Spider-Man may join the MCU. Because Sony got a little bit of a financial itch that needs to be scratched. Marvel gonna do some scratching, if this is true. Especially with the Captain America 3 film being the Civil War. Because if it's the Civil War, they gonna need Spider-Man. Spider-Man important. Yeah. So I hope you like this video. Share it around with all your friends. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button. Make sure you stay tuned to my other videos. I have a radio show every Saturday on urbanishradio.com/live now. It's in the description. It's called Venom Time, which I talk about video games, technology, movies, all that stuff. Every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can call in. You can have conversations live on the air. Live on the air. You can have conversations live on the air. Yes. So yeah, you can tune into that every Saturday at urbanishradio.com. Yes, Venom Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune into that. Yeah. Follow me on all the social network stuff. Let's have a conversation down there. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that Spider-Man will join the MCU? Do you think they're going to reboot it to join the MCU? Let's have this conversation down there in the comments below. Again, I thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Share this around with all of your friends. Hope it made you laugh. It made you cry. If it made you cry, I'm sorry. But I hope it did. Also, stay tuned for my other videos. I got a video coming out talking about the Civil War film, and I got a video talking about Norman Osborn's role in the main Spider-Man franchise. I got a video talking about some other stuff. Make sure you stay tuned. I've been seeing. Peace. Have a good one.
Venom 2 million.